Odilog TV here. Hit that like, subscribe so y'all can be notified. Yeah, you guys. So, according to Tinkerbell Davis, right? He doesn't care for boxing. And he doesn't care about the #1 spot. He doesn't care for boxing. Now, I want to see how all the Tinkerbell, right, the Lost Boys, right, all these channels who support Tank Davis, he's clearly telling people right now in this, in this tweet, I don't care for boxing. Y'all can have the #1 spot, right? So his heart is not in boxing. His heart is not in boxing, and he's letting everybody know. And if he gets in that ring with Lamont Roach and he's talking like this, he's going to get himself hurt, right? But let's see if the Lost Boys, if they can bring it up, right? Let's see if they're going to bring it up, rather. Let's see if they're going to bring it up. I doubt if they're going to even talk about this type of stuff, right? Because they want to keep pushing the narrative about Tank. They want to keep pushing this narrative when this man is clearly telling everybody that his heart is really not in the sport anymore. And y'all can have the #1 spot. I don't care. Right? But these channels, they're going to come out and they're not going to say anything about this. Right? They're not going to say anything about this. They're going to talk about probably, probably the kid situation with Tank Davis and stuff like that. But they're not going to say anything about Tank Davis, right? Saying he doesn't care about boxing. And y'all can have the #1 spot. Right? So let's see how it play on out. But mark my words, none of these channels who, support, Tinkerbell, they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to talk about it, right? Because it defeats their narrative. It goes against the whole narrative that they're trying to push with Tank. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But let's see how it play on out, you guys. Hit that like, subscribe. I'm gone. Peace.